Bill here with the Metals Minute. Today is Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. Well, we have most of the metals up significantly this morning compared to a week ago. Gold, silver, and platinum are all higher for the week and also for the year. And since a year ago today, palladium is struggling a little bit. There's less in demand right now in the auto market for palladium, and so we have some supplies building, and so palladium's been trending a little lower. But we have a lot of reports coming out this week, including today. We have a Manufacturing PMI report, and keep in mind it's probably going to come out lower than 50. And what that means is that that's a sign that the economy is in contraction. Whenever that number is higher than 50, it means managers are purchasing more, and that it indicates a growing economy. A number below 50 indicates a shrinking economy. So we see less economic activity when that number is below 50, and that appears to be what it's going to show. And that fits into the recession scenario that we've been talking about for a few months, and also stagflation, because part of stagflation is recessionary conditions or contraction, and the other part of stagflation is inflation in prices. And while that number has come down a little bit, it's still in the positive direction. So inflation is still an issue out there. Anyone that has been to the grocery store or paid a utility bill lately can attest to that. So that fits in with our metals scenario that we last saw in the mid 70s to early 80s, when gold and silver had such a great run that they had. So we may see that again in the coming months and years. However, so far this week, and great start to the year for most of the metals. And we also have other reports coming out. Later today we have the Federal Open Market Committee, which is the Federal Reserve, has a release of their minutes, and we may see clues about future interest rate increases, the pace of those increases, or clues about what may cause them to pause or even pivot, as they say, which means go back to lowering interest rates, because they've raised them at the fastest pace in history over the last year. And so at some point we may see them pivot, but we may have more clues from the report today. Following that, tomorrow we have the ADP Employment numbers coming out, and following that on Friday we have Non-Farm Payrolls being reported. And so those numbers will give us an indication of what's going on in the employment scene out there, and whether or not hiring is slowing down. That's been one of the stated goals of the Federal Reserve. Of course, that makes it harder for American families in that situation, but we'll see what those reports reveal. A lot of things on deck this week. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good year for precious metals investors. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.